Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showcasing the Breakout X car from the Rocket League Pass. Now you can only get this car from the Rocket League Battle Pass. Thankfully I have it because I'm subscribed to Fortnite Crew, and if you subscribe to Fortnite Crew you also get the Rocket League Battle Pass, which is great. And recently most cars from Rocket League passes have been converting into Fortnite, which is very nice. Now, this is my second time making this video because the first time I recorded it, my microphone was really quiet. So sorry if I'm a bit like rushing, I guess, in this video. But I'm going to do a quick little locker rundown, then I'm going to go into the Tabor Hill cosmetic map to do a gameplay showcase, and then I'll give my final thoughts on the car once again. Now, I love the Breakout X. It is one of my favorite cars that I have. I love the shaping of it, how it's boxy yet it's still round. Love the front. The front is probably my favorite part, but the tail lights are also really nice. Same with the exhausts and the back splitter. Just do a quick circle around here in the locker. Now I'll quickly show you the decals. Flames. It's a nice decal. It would look good in probably different color schemes, obviously. But it's a very nice decal. Wraps around the bumper, goes onto the bonnet, goes onto the sides. Stripes. Not stripes. Lightning. Lightning is on the sides, like on the top sides next to the windows. Stripes goes from the front, over the bonnet, over the roof, onto the spoiler, and onto the rear. Just do a circle round. And the wings, probably my least favorite decal out of all of them. I wish they did the angled wing style for these wings instead of the feathered style. But I'm gonna hop into a game and showcase this car for you guys. Let's go. Okay, so I'm on the map. Time to show you the Breakout X in game. Here we go. Now I love how futuristic this car looks, especially with these wheels on. I chose these wheels when I was recording this video earlier, before I realized my microphone was too quiet, and they go well very nicely with this car. I think they were from last season's Rocket League Pass, or maybe the season before. I can't remember what season they are from, but they do match really nicely with this car. Just give a quick look around. I love the engine, how the engine is like, it's detailed, but it's not in your face. It's like, it's not overly detailed like a lot of Rocket League cars are. I just realized the hitbox, you can stand on the wheel. And then if you step forwards a bit, you stand on the car. That's really nice. But don't worry about getting your tires popped, because if you try and pickaxe them from the top, you can't. You can only pickaxe them from the side. I'm not going to, because I'll keep this car around for a bit. But it is a very nice car. I love the headlights. The headlights are really nice. I also love how boxy the car is, yet also it's still round. Like if I just give a quick top-down view here, like narrows at the front, widens at the back. If you see at the front, it's still angled, but the edges are curved. Just give a quick side profile as well. The spoiler is really nice. It's not too big, it's not too huge, it's not too tall, it's not too exaggerated, but it is a very nice spoiler. Same with the taillights. The taillights are really nice, and like I mentioned earlier, I really like the exhausts coming through the back splitter like that. And I also like the brake light being in the middle at the bottom too. But onto the first decal out of the 4 decals. I'm also going to mention that there are more custom decals for this car in the Rocket League Battle Pass, but I haven't unlocked them quite yet because leveling up is quite slow now that I've done all the challenges to get to level up. So I'm still slowly grinding away at the Rocket League Pass, and I unfortunately haven't gotten the other decals for it. I think there's 2 other custom decals for this car, and the Zentari, which is at the tier 1 of the Rocket League Pass, which I'll showcase in another video. But onto the first of the 4 default decals, let's go. Now before I show you this next decal, I might as well show you the horn sound and the engine startup sounds as well. Here we go. I like how it sounds kind of like a supercar, but not too overpowered. Like, it's still very, very sporty, but not insanely powerful sounding. Like, it's not in your face. Also, the interior, I think they reused the interior from the Ripper car. I'm not too sure. Although it does match this car quite nicely, I think they might be reusing the interiors, which isn't too good. Although it's kind of cool how they can still like reconfigure an interior to match multiple cars that have different body styles. But here we go, I'm just going to drive around so you can hear the engine sounds while it's driving. Like I said, it doesn't sound too crazy, but it does sound very sporty. I quite like that a lot. Now, unfortunately, the horn is just the default Whiplash horn. I wish they'd add more custom horns to all the custom cars. It would be really, really, really nice. But I'm not too much to complain about the horn. It's just a nice little addition to have a custom horn. You can see there, I'm pretty sure your character does get shrunken a bit while you're in there. Okay, maybe not too much, but you definitely do get shrunken a little bit while driving this car. Now, I like how this car is scaled. It's not too tall, as you can see, it's like just under the shoulder line for this skin. It's not too long, it's not too wide, it's not too narrow. Very, very good scaling. Unlike a car such as the Fennec, where if you saw my Fennec video, the car was as tall as the player, which wasn't too good. But I'm not complaining that much since I do like that car a lot. Now, also mentioning the Fennec, obviously this Breakout is a remake of the Breakout from Rocket League. Like the Fennec ZRF is a remake of the Fennec from Rocket League. Now, I'm pretty sure the only car we don't have a remake for out of like the main squad of Rocket League cars is the Dingo, because we've gotten a Octane remake, which is in Fortnite. It just rarely comes to the shop. We've got a Dominus remake, which came to the shop recently. Obviously, the Fennec ZRF, which I've done a couple videos on. And now the Breakout X, which is obviously a remake of the Breakout. Now, with the Dingo, obviously I do wish they'd do a remake, because they are very good at remaking cars, like this one and the Fennec. Those are probably my favorite 2 out of all the remakes that they've done so far. And also adding just the Dingo and the Fennec to Fortnite, because those cars are really well scaled to fit a player character in. Like the windshields are quite large, so you can shoot through quite easily. Like, they're pretty much the same size, at least for the Fennec. The windows are roughly the same size as they are on the ZRF. But enough about other cars. This video is about the Breakout. Let's show off the decals. First one is the flames. Let's go. Now, I made the car darker because in the locker it didn't show the decal quite well against this bright light blue, even though this light blue is quite nice. Although cyan is very, very good. Now, again, this decal I love. It'd probably look way better in a different color scheme. Maybe the body being black and the flames being like a orange or a yellow or red, maybe. But I'm actually quite liking this color scheme. Although the only thing I don't really like about the decal is that it gets cut off by this black square here. I wish it went right up to this splitter, because it looks kind of janky at the moment, how it is. But I love how this decal wraps around the bonnet fully, not the bonnet, wraps around the bumper fully and goes onto the bonnet. Although I also do wish it went onto the back and the roof a bit more. Honestly, it just looks really nice. Again, with these white tissue wheels, this color scheme, the white decal. It's a color scheme I didn't think would look good together. I was just gonna use this dark blue for showcasing it properly. But it does look quite nice. But enough of the flames decal, onto the next one. Now, onto the lightning decal. Here we go. So as I mentioned last time I tried recording this video, I love how this bolt here like follows the lining of this upper panel by the window here. Very, very, very nice. As well as following the line of that like indent line where the bonnet dips down a bit. Love how it follows those lines on each side. Though again, like the flames decal, I wish it would just go on to the spoiler or maybe the rear. It's an alright decal. First time I saw it, I didn't quite like it. I didn't quite like it a lot, much. But now that I've looked at it properly, I do like it quite a bit. And again, it would probably look better in a different color scheme than this. Even though this color scheme is quite nice. That's going to be it for the lightning decal. Not much to say about it. It doesn't go onto the roof, rear, or spoiler. What you see there is what you get. That's pretty much it. On to the next decal. So on to the next decal, which is the stripes decal. It's probably my favorite out of the 4 default decals. Here we go. So as you can see here, it goes over the bonnet, the bumper, the roof, the engine cover, spoiler, and the rear. This is the only decal that goes over the spoiler, rear, and roof. Yeah, the flames decal goes wraps around the bonnet fully and goes onto the sides properly. This is the only decal that goes onto the roof, engine cover, spoiler, and rear, which I really wish the other 3 decals would do. And I think if they didn't do this with the stripes decal, it would just look terrible. Even if maybe they could get away with not doing the bumper, because the bumper doesn't really take up too much space. It's quite small. But I'm really glad that with this decal specifically, they went that extra mile and added it to the rear here, above the boost, onto the spoiler. It doesn't go under the spoiler, unfortunately. Onto the engine cover and the roof. Very, very, very good decal. My favorite out of all of them. But now onto the final decal out of all of them. So this is the final decal out of the 4 default decals. Again, there are, I think, 2 other custom decals for this car, which I haven't got yet. But unfortunately, this is probably my least favorite decal out of all of them so far. I will explain why now. So this is of course the wings decal, and it just doesn't match, in my opinion, it just doesn't match the car too nicely at all. Yeah, it goes down the sides, which is cool, goes onto the bonnet, which is cool, but like on the Flames decal, this big black rectangle cutting over the middle of the decal just makes it look terrible. Plus, I think they really should have gone for the angled wings variant instead of the feathered decal, the feathery wings variant of this decal. Simply because this car is like very futuristic, the car is very angular, the car is very cyberpunk, and I think the like wispy wings just don't really match the style or the scale, like the shape of the car too well. If they had chosen the other style of wings, like they could have done something with the lines of the panels, they could have done something else. It could have been really, really cool. But as it is, I just don't really like it, man. It's not my favorite decal. It's probably my least favorite decal out of the 4 default decals. And again, like the other 3, except for the stripes, it doesn't go over the spoiler or rear. Which again, doesn't help this decal at all. Maybe if it did go onto the spoiler, like if the spoiler had some wings on it, then that would definitely improve it. But right now, it's just not a good decal. I don't really like it. I probably won't run this decal because I just don't like it. I'd probably run, again, in a different color scheme, I probably would run the flames or the stripes, maybe the lightning, but the flames and the stripes are definitely my favorite decal. Yeah, just not a huge fan of the feathers at all, really. But that is going to be it for today, guys. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, and if you could, hit that notification bell. That would help me out a ton. But if you didn't like the video, tell me in the comments. Give me some feedback. I'd love to know how I can improve these videos, because I'm quite new to this. But during the review part of this video, not just the showcase, this car is easily a 9.5 out of 10. Keeping in mind, I don't have the other decals for it. It is definitely a 9.5 out of 10 car. I just love this car. It's super, super, super good. It looks really good. It just looks way better in Fortnite, in my opinion. Because in Rocket League, you're not really able to focus in your car. And in the lobby, all the grass is like hiding the trims. So it doesn't really look too good in Rocket League, unless you're looking at it in the Battle Pass menu. But in Fortnite, you can just see it on the concrete here. And it just looks really, really, really nice, being able to see the full thing. Plus, most colours look really nice on this car, which is a huge bonus. Let's just give one last look around at the decals before I finish the video. Rears. Again, not much to look at on the rears, except for the stripes. Unfortunately, I really wish they'd add more detail to the rear with the decals. So that was a bit disappointing. But I love the front part of the car, excluding the decal details. I just love the front of the car, like the headlights, the bumper. It just looks really, 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 really good, in my opinion. Definitely a 9.5 out of 10 car. I will do another video when I do get the other 2 decals showcasing it, but it won't be so in-depth as this video, obviously, because there's much less to show off. And again, I think there's 2. I'm not really sure how many there are, because I can't really remember, because I haven't hopped on Rocket League in a couple of days. But I do need to go back to grinding it a bit more so I can get them before the season expires. I'll also likely do a video on the Zentari, which is the tier 1 car from the current Rocket League season. Also, let me know if you want me to do a video on the Azura or the Dodge from the last season, or maybe the cars, the BMW hatchback from, I think, Season 17, or maybe the Season 17 car as well. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But that is going to be it for today's video. Goodbye.